All right, ahoy there, explorers. And thank you for tuning in to learn more about the Agents of Discovery Bay Area Explorer campaign that we're launching today. We're so excited you could join us. You'll see a number of friendly faces here. We'll be hearing from me throughout. I'm Joseph. I'm coming from California State Park's Seacliff State Beach down in Aptos, California on Monterey Bay. Many of our other presenters will be from as far away as 100 miles away. We have people at the other end of San Francisco Bay. So it's a great big region with a lot to offer. And now we can all see it in a whole new way because we're all using Agents of Discovery on site. So Agents of Discovery is a free app that you can download and use any of these places here, including a couple others that we'll mention. And using this app, you can get to know these places again in a whole new way by kind of meeting the challenges in these different missions. You can earn rewards. The more you do, the bigger the rewards get. And the ultimate reward, of course, is getting to know these special places as well as possible. So a bit about where we are and why we're doing this. Welcome to Seacliff State Beach. And if I back away, you can see, we were kind of wondering last year, how, when we're in the middle of 1,000 miles of beach all around California, how can we let people know what's unique about us? And it seems that, well, we've got a few unique things here, as we'll touch on a little bit today, but even more in our mission. It seemed like this was a great way to get people to connect. When that ship out there, it's a concrete ship that was built 101 years ago now. When it turned 100 years old, we partnered with Agents of Discovery to create a mission to celebrate and that ship and help people get to know it on its 100th birthday. And so, yeah, here at California State Parks, we found this was a great fit for what we do. Our mission, I'll just read it word for word, is to provide for the health, inspiration, and education for the people of California by helping to preserve the state's extraordinary biological diversity, protecting its most valued natural and cultural resources, and creating opportunities for high-quality outdoor recreation. If you listen to that one, Agents of Discovery has given us a whole new way to do this. And so we have a mission on site. We anticipate developing a few more. And I would like to introduce one other person to be chiming in. There we are. There's Jeremy, the ghost of Springs.
Hey, thanks, Ranger Joseph. Well, yeah, I am. My name is Jeremy Kamara. I am with the U.S. Forest Service, and we are super excited this afternoon to be sailing across the bay to the various sites that we have in this Explorer campaign. Just a little bit about, what I do with the Forest Service. I actually help provide opportunities for people to get familiar with the outdoors and what's in their backyard. And this is actually one way that we are achieving that mission. The mission of the Forest Service really is to conserve our natural resources for generations today and into the future. And so what better way to do that when we are teaching or providing opportunities for kids to go out to their local trails, and learn about those sites that they are visiting so that they in turn become, one day they will be adults and they'll remember the experiences and connections that they made with these lands and be willing to want to conserve and support these public lands. So I'm going to pass it over to Ranger Joseph, and we are going to start sailing across the bay to the different mission sites that we have here in the Bay Area. Back to you, Joseph.
Thank you, Jeremy. So yeah, what we'll be doing over the next half hour or so is we'll get to know these different sites around the place. We'll show you how the missions are done. And again, so how does a person participate? As we said, you get the app, you log in, and then you can track where you've been and what you're doing. You earn those awards site by site, and then the more you do, the more you get. So if you were to do 4 missions, and we have at least 6, we might have even more, then you get yourself a particular patch in addition to whatever each individual site. We'll give you a patch here at Seacliff, but you'll get a Bay Area Explorer patch if you hit a few more. And then there's a unique Snapchat filter exclusive to people who get to a certain point in the campaign. And then if you're really on it, you can enter into a drawing to win a Golden Poppy Pass. This will get you into a number of California state parks for free throughout the year. So our most intrepid explorers through Agents of Discovery have a chance to win one of those in a drawing if they complete enough missions. All right, so as we're saying, it's time to set sail for San Francisco Maritime. National Historic Park. So we're leaving Monterey Bay and going all the way up through the Golden Gate Bridge to San Francisco Maritime, where Chris is waiting for us in a very unique setting.
All right, yes. Welcome, everybody. My name is Ranger Chris. I've got another park ranger, David Pelfrey, here on the camera. We work here at San Francisco Maritime National Historical Park, and today we're on board the sailing ship Balclutha. Now, what I'd like David to do is to take a quick pan around, especially up the main cargo hatch here, to give you a better idea of really what this place is. And I will point out that many visitors mistakenly describe us as a pirate ship, which is totally understandable given the similarities with what you see in movies and whatnot. But pirate ship is technically incorrect. This is actually a cargo ship, which is really what we wanted to point out with the Agents of Discovery and how one of the missions comes right down into this area. So we are in the cargo location on Balclutha right now. And specifically, we wanted to take you right up forward here to show you one of the areas where people used to live and some cargo had been stored. So walk with me right this way. Now, as we're moving, I will also point out that the stairway that you might have briefly seen when David pointed the camera up is something that would not have been here historically. That particular thing was added for visitor access and safety. But all the cargo that you see around here, this is accurate. This is what you would have seen, especially during Balclutha's last career. Now, the last career was when the ship was owned by the Alaska Packers Association. And their history is honestly a little long and complex. It's fascinating, but we don't have the full time to the description here. So I'll give you the short version, which is that the Alaska Packers was a fishing business. The Alaska Packers Association owned a great fleet of sailing ships, and what they would do is take all their employees and all their material north to Alaska for the salmon fishing season. So that would include all the fishermen, that would include all the cannery workers, as well as their supplies that you see around us right here. So they would get up there and they would do the fishing. They would also do the canning right there in Alaska. And at the end of the salmon fishing season, they'd load all their ships back up, including the Balclutha that we're on right now, and they would sail back home to San Francisco, bringing all the canned salmon with them. But in particular, what we wanted to show you with the Agents of Discovery mission that comes down into here is this room right up forward where the cannery workers would have lived as they were coming and going between San Francisco and Alaska. So let me step in here and I'll show you. All right, so as we get closer to the doorway, you will see that this is a really cramped location. It's a little misleading because the living quarters for the cannery workers actually went from this side of the ship all the way over to the far side, and from where David is, right there with the camera, all the way to the front. But all of it was crowded, and even right here, you can see there are 15 bunks just immediately around me. And for most of us that are used to living in our own home or maybe having our own bedroom, this is a completely different experience from that. No privacy. And if you come here to see it for yourself with the Agents of Discovery mission, what you will find is a room where everybody is sharing together, and the people that you would learn about, you will learn exactly who they are. You will find out how they got their job as a cannery worker. You will find out what it was like for them when they were doing their cannery job. And really, this is a story of struggle and survival. The struggle that they went through was a terrible struggle indeed. But all the ships we have here have stories like this to tell. And this is one that you can explore and discover with the Agents of Discovery out here in San Francisco Maritime. Now, with the pandemic going on and all the ships currently being closed, this is one thing that is actually temporarily on hold. In the future, when things reopen up, this is one thing that you can explore for yourself. But in the meantime, coming up very, very soon, we have a brand new mission. And this is a mission that will be out the front gate of the pier, which means it's in an area of the park that's always open and does not require a ticket. So in the very near future, you can keep your eyes open for this new mission. Come down here and try your experience with Agents of Discovery with this brand new mission. So just keep your eyes open for that. But in the meantime, I hope you've enjoyed this quick exploration of the county workers here on the ship Balclutha. So thanks very much for joining us.
All right. Excellent, Chris. Thanks for letting us sail with you on the Balclutha. I understand it's an exclusive look in the days of the pandemic. So one of the great things about Agents of Discovery that we'll discover later is pandemic, wildfires, nothing stops you from exploring from home if that's the safest option. We've still got ways to get to know our special places around the San Francisco and Monterey Bay areas. Cool. So we're going to continue sailing into the bay and maybe just a little bit up into the hills to a site that Jeremy knows quite well. Jeremy, would you tell us where we're headed next?
Yeah, so now we are leaving the San Francisco Bay and we're actually sailing into the San Pablo Bay, and we'll be sailing up the Napa River, and we'll be exiting along the river there and taking a quick hike up to Blue Rock Springs. It is a local community park in the city of Vallejo with awesome views of the Bay Area. It's actually part of the Greater Bay Area Ridge Trail, for those of you that are familiar with that. But actually, I'm going to be handing it over to someone that I've been working with this summer, Amy, who is actually an intern from New York. But she's actually been helping us set up this site for folks to start using. So Amy, we're headed over to you. Are you there?
Hi, yeah, thank you for the intro. Apologies if my teeth blend into the background. So yeah, I'm Amy. I'm a virtual intern working for the U.S. Forest Service through Mobilize Green. During this internship, I've been working with Agents of Discovery to create 2 available missions at Blue Rock Springs Park. So why Blue Rock Springs Park? Well, many of our regional forests are actually outside of the Bay Area. So the Forest Service enjoys partnering with partners like the city of Vallejo to provide local parks with cool features like Agents of Discovery. So a little bit about the park. The Blue Rock Springs Park is located in Vallejo, California. The park contains a trail that's about 3 miles long, and this is a trail where you can access the mission and play along. And also, it also features beautiful wildflowers, some roaming peacocks, and spectacular views of Vallejo and the San Pablo Bay. There are also other amenities such as large picnic areas with barbecues, open turf play areas, a small lake, and even an island with ducks and peacocks. So I'm going to talk a little bit about our 2 available missions. One of them is called Leave No Trace. So Leave No Trace is an outdoor ethic that the U.S. Forest Service and also many other agencies use and live by in regards to promoting conservation in the outdoors. Some principles of this ethic that the mission outlines are disposing of waste properly, leaving what you find, respecting wildlife, and being considerate of other visitors. So within that mission, you'll also find other fun safety facts, such as, have you ever wondered how to... Well, if you go on the mission, you can find out. And also, there's another mission available called Getting to Know California Wildlife and Plant Life. In this mission, we got some super interesting trivia questions on local plant life and wildlife, and you'll be asked to distinguish between bird calls and also pick out cougar tracks. So awesome facts you will learn. And yeah, come out to Blue Rock Springs Park. We've got those 2 available missions for you guys, and some rewards if you complete a mission. And thank you. Enjoy exploring.
All right, nice work, Amy, and virtually done. So you see just how much can be done over a distance. And well, sounds like a lot of folks are saying hi. It's difficult for those of us in here to see what you're saying live, but we have friends at Agents of Discovery that are letting us know you're saying hello. And if you have questions, do go ahead and chime in. And it might take a minute, but they'll get the word to us and we'll do our best to answer those. And if we can't answer them live, you can get a hold of those individual sites through various social media channels, and we should be able to get you your questions answered one way or another. All right, so let's see. Jeremy, do you ever look down across, to the south and across San Pablo Bay on a clear day and you see this amazing mountain down that way?
I do, all the time.
Yeah, it just towers over everything down there. Mount Diablo, as mountains on Earth go, it's not necessarily so tall, but it's so much taller than everything around it. You can see not just the whole Bay Area, but almost all of California from there. And on the slopes of Mount Diablo, there are some very lucky people who live in the town of Danville. And down in the town of Danville, we've got our friend Tim, who can tell you all about the missions they have there a bit downhill from Mount Diablo.
Hey everyone, so I'm Tim. I'm the youth coordinator for the town of Danville, and I'm a little bit different than everyone else on the call who works for a state or federal agency. I actually work for the township here in Danville, and I oversee all the different forms of enrichment and activities that we can provide to our youth community here in town. And Danville and our purpose with this mission is really to encourage not only inward exploration and to check out our parks here and get our kids active and engaged, but also to give them an opportunity to experience some of our other state and national areas that are participating in the Bay Area Explorer campaign. So even if they can't get out and see in person, they have an opportunity to explore the Bay Area in ways that otherwise might not be available to them. And just briefly to touch on what Danville is all about, our mission here is a little different. And Danville is a town that's rich in history and arts, and we're really trying to combine our park experience with that history and legacy, and also with our arts. As you see behind me, I have a mural we have up right now for our Hearts Around Hearts. The main street in our town is called Hearts Ave. And we have a bunch of ceramic hearts that are out that are all painted by local artists. And part of this whole experience for us is just to find ways to engage new people and to encourage them to participate. But Danville is nestled, like you heard, right under Mount Diablo State Park. And also on the other side of us, we have the Morgan Territory and the Los Trompos Range. And we have a variety of different sizes of parks, from little neighborhood parks with playgrounds to really large parks with walking trails and sports complexes and fields. And we're just trying to get people out and active. And the Agents of Discovery gives us an opportunity to be able to encourage people to participate without gathering and without necessarily having to be at one of our scheduled programs at a specific time. So it really helps us engage in a safe manner right now with the community when our regular programming is unavailable to us. And again, it is letting me have our youth participants have an opportunity to go down for the day and check out some parks in Santa Cruz, or over to SF, or up to Vallejo, and see things that, you know, maybe right now they don't have the ability to go check out in person like we would during fall or summer programming, but they can still learn about California and the wonderful natural opportunities around them.
Excellent. So from Danville, that's almost where you'd have to stand to see the site that's up next. But before we do jump to our next site, we should mention we're not even the only Explorer campaign in the United States. We're just the newest one. If you head up to Puget Sound, Seattle, Tacoma, that area, they just a couple weeks ago launched a new version of their Explorer campaign. If you go from Washington State to Washington, D.C., there's another option there. And if you go to cross California, they have the Southern California Explorer campaign going as well. So if you do everything there is to do in the Bay Area, well, guess what? There's even more to be done around the United States with Agents of Discovery. So as we were saying, you would almost have to be at the top of Mount Diablo to see our next site all in one piece. It's a big site, and it takes somebody with an even bigger beard than me to tell you all about it. So let's everybody say hello to Miguel at it's got a big name too, Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge. Take it away, Miguel.
Thank you so much, and hi everyone. My name is Miguel Marquez. I am the Urban Refuge Ranger at Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge. And myself and Ranger Egret are happy to introduce you all and let you all explore the refuge virtually. The refuge system is part of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and our mission is to work with others to protect and conserve and enhance fish, wildlife, plant, and their habitat for the continuing benefit of the American people. Here in the South Bay, we are located in Fremont, California. And if you can come visit us in person, we are accessible through BART. I take BART on a daily basis to work, get off on Union City BART, and take a small bus and then a bike ride to the refuge. Currently, our refuge is closed to vehicles. However, our trails are open, and we have over 30 miles of hiking and walking trails. One of my favorite is La Riviera Marsh Trail, and that's actually one of our newest. We have new challenges on our mission. we have one mission in the Agents of Discovery app. And once you get to the parking lot right outside, the address is 2 Marshlands Road, you will be greeted by, once you have your app open, you'll be greeted by Ranger Egret, and he'll give you an introduction of the refuge and introduce you to the missions. Our missions, if you can't come to us in person, you can actually visit our refuge and explore, play, and move from home. If you go to our website, we do have image triggers. So if you can't get out to the refuge, you can play our missions from home. And once you go to our website, here it is on the screen, Agents of Discovery. You have our wonderful participating agencies and their avatars there. You click on the image trigger. Once you click on that image trigger there, that opens up these images. And when you open your mobile app, you scan those images and it will open the challenges from home. And stay tuned because we have more coming. When you're playing the missions and the challenges, you're going to be capturing butterflies, learn about pollinators, looking up in the sky, looking at raptors, and even being detectives and looking for animal tracks on La Riviera Marsh virtually. So we're really excited to be a part of this Bay Area Explorer campaign and representing the Fish and Wildlife Service here in the South Bay. Don Edwards San Francisco Bay National Wildlife Refuge is a wildlife oasis in an urban sea, surrounded by the tech booming industry. It is a slice. We have habitat. We provide habitat for endangered species and a ton of recreational opportunities for you all, including wildlife viewing, photography, and fishing on the Dunbarton Fishing Pier. If you can see my background, there's Ranger Egret, but then you also notice that huge, it's not as big as Mount Diablo, but that's Coyote Hills. And that's on the other side of the Dunbarton Bridge. That's our neighbor, and they are East Bay Regional Parks. We are just on the other side of the Dunbarton Bridge as a wildlife refuge. So please come join us, explore virtually or in person, and be safe. And earn your pins. We have really cool lapel pins with Agent Egret on them. So once you complete our missions, you will receive a pin in the mail. Our visitor centers are closed, so there will not be a staff member there giving you those pins. So come check us out and explore. Thank you.
Cool. Thanks, Miguel. Jeremy, you ever get down that way? I mean, you don't have to go too far to get to one of the wildlife refuges that Miguel works at. I got to go up over the hill to get there.
Yeah, well,
But
actually,
we have 2 other sites who weren't able to join us today, but are not to be outdone. Santa Clara County Parks, while they're not in on the call today, they have not one but 2 different sites where they're offering missions. They're at both Marshall Cottle State Park and the Coyote Valley. And then as you start to make your way back over the Santa Cruz Mountains to Seacliff, we've got another one at Vasona Lake in the town of Los Gatos. So there's an awful lot of exploring to do around here, and one does wonder just exactly how do we go about doing it very patiently. And all that, we have Kendra, who's with us from Agents of Discovery, and as well as we might know the different sites we're excited to share with you, nobody knows quite how this program works like Kendra. So Kendra, would you show us just precisely how this works and demonstrate for us?
Hi, everybody. Like Joseph said, my name's Kendra. I work with Agents of Discovery. I'm actually located up in Canada right now, so that's a little bit further away, I think, than anybody else on the call. But I would like to show you just a couple things about the Bay Area Explorer campaign. So first of all, I want to show you guys our website. It's just at agentsofdiscovery.com/Bay Area Explorer. We are currently kind of in the process of updating a couple things here. So the next time you go and look at this, I'm sure it will be a little bit different than it looks right now. But from here, you can take a look at all of the different participating missions. And you can also find the Bay Area Explorer map. So if I click on any of the little Agents of Discovery markers here we go. So here's some information about Blue Rock Spring Parks, where Jeremy is, where you can find out a little bit about Blue Rock Springs Park. Some of these also will have some information on them about how you can receive prizes that are individually distributed by the different locations. So here's Seacliff, which is where Joseph is with Agent Siegel here. And when you go and look at the map here, you can find out what email address you have to send an email to in order to get your badge. So there's one other thing that's going to be going up on this Bay Area Explorer website in the next little while that we're super excited about, and that's the Explore the Bay Area campaign. So the Explore the Bay Area mission. So the Explore the Bay Area mission is a special mission that we've put together to be accessible to players who are anywhere in the world who are looking to be a part of the Bay Area Explorer campaign. And it is made up of different challenges provided to us by all of the different locations who are involved in the Explorer campaign. So I'm actually going to show you right now what it looks like when you go to play something from the Explore the Bay Area mission. So what you guys should see right now up on the screen is a little reflection of my phone. And I'm just noticing we're having a little bit of a technical difficulty here. So I'm going to try one more time to connect it properly. Just hold on for 1 second. We're going to do a run through of one of the challenges that is a part of the Explore the Bay Area mission. And let me see.
Yep. Even here in the, where most of the technology is created, we do still sometimes have to contend with technical difficulties.
It's true.
Don't worry, Kendra's a pro.
I'm doing my best. Okay, well, worst case scenario, I might just have to show you all on the video here, but I'm going to try one last time. Share the screen. Allow. Hooray, there it is. Okay, great. So I've already loaded up the Explore the Bay Area mission. I just went into the Agents of Discovery app, which is free to download. You can get it on Google Play or on the App Store. And I searched up Explore the Bay Area. So I'm gonna go ahead and click play here, and we'll see our lovely loading screen with all of our beautiful little agents down here. These guys will help take us through the mission. So Agent Erwin Otter says, welcome agent. Your mission today is to discover new and exciting facts about the Bay Area and all the different locations where you can play more missions. Are you ready? Let's go. Now I'm going to tap to continue. And here we see a map of the Bay Area. So we're still kind of moving around a couple of these challenges, but the challenge that I want to show you guys today is at Seacliff State Beach. It is right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So Joseph, this is the challenge that your location provided to kind of share about to share a bit about what's going on at your location. So the Agent Otter says, be on the lookout for humpback whale. I have already loaded this image up on my computer here. So you can scan these from your computer and you will be able to find all of the images on the Agents of Discovery website. Hold on, it's just gonna take a little bit to recognize it probably. Hello. Okay. So usually when we are sharing these images, we do share them in a PDF format, which allows them to have a little white space around them. I am hoping that this one is going to scan. Yes, we are looking out for Agent Humpback Whale. Okay. Well, it looks like it needs to have that white background in order to be working properly. So for now, I'll just call it. But essentially, all you would do here is you would go through and play this fun mission provided to us by Joseph, which would let you learn a little bit of something about Seacliff State Beach and what you can see there and about the marine life. So yeah, we're super excited to get this all up and running. This is going to be available again, like I said, on the Bay Area Explorer website, and you will be able to access the image triggers there, same as Miguel showed us for his location and what they've done on their website. And you will also be able to just get a little bit more information about the campaign. So yeah, thanks everyone for listening to that, and I will pass it back over to you, Joseph.
Yeah, so sometimes, again, even here at the heart of technology land, we're wrestling with technology. Fortunately for all of us, if you should encounter any trouble with the Agents of Discovery app, guess what? They're incredibly helpful on that end, providing help as well. So you've got tech support just like a tap away there. So you're in good hands over there. So, whew, how you feeling, Jeremy? A little worn out after all this journey, 100 miles between you and me and all the stuff in between? Yeah,
100 miles there and back. Yeah. Feeling good, feeling good. Well, I I know we have just some things we want to cover remaining here, and I'll just go ahead and start mentioning them. So one of the things I think we mentioned, but we just want to reiterate is, these games are available for download, right? So if you have a smartphone, Google Plus Store or the Apple Store, I mean, what have you, and it is for free. One of the things I would encourage you to do is download the app before you actually go to the site. Here in the Bay Area, it's not really that big of an issue because we have a lot of cell towers and a lot of really connectivity. But if you're exploring other mission sites, let's use Southern California, for example, where I know we have some sites up on the Angeles National Forest. That would be the forest just north of the Los Angeles area. You really need to download that app before you get to the national forest, because as many of you may know or may not know, once you're up in the forest, you have very limited connectivity. So making sure we have that app downloaded as a way to be able to play the game when you get there is highly encouraged. So I just wanted to add that piece there, Joseph, and then I'll pass it back over to you.
Yeah, and I think as Jeremy was mentioned, so you can get the app for free. It's available at most app stores and things like that. You can play it for free. It's just a matter of log in and you can track your progress. And then when you complete missions, check in with your specific sites. Maybe it's send in a screenshot, or if a place is open, as we all hope to be once we put all this stuff behind us, right? Maybe you stop in, show your completed screen, and earn your reward for that site. Continue to earn rewards throughout the Bay Area, and the kind of rewards you get bigger until you get a chance to enter for that State Parks Poppy Pass, which can get you into so many places for free for an entire year. So yeah, between from Monterey to San Pablo Bay and everywhere in between, there's Agents of Discovery mission for you. There are many Agents of Discovery missions for you, and we encourage you to get out and enjoy them all. Between the fires and pandemics, this is one safe way to explore the San Francisco Bay Area. We're doing a good job combating these things. Looking forward to coming out on the other side. But while we're still all social distancing and masking up, this is one safe way to explore, even from home, if that's what you need to do to keep safe. So all the stuff will still be out there waiting for you, but you don't have to wait to play Agents of Discovery. Kendra, anything to add before we conclude today?
I think that's about everything. But yeah, thanks so much for sharing with us today, Joseph and Jeremy. I really appreciate your time and all your help in putting together this really fun event.
All right, well, the fun just begins. Everybody's developing new missions all the time. So we look forward to seeing you in the parks, in the refuges, in the towns, and so on, and on Agents of Discovery. Thanks, everybody.